A very good evening. Welcome to Friday's edition of Prime TV News with me, Iftia Abdul Kader. A look at your headlines first. President opens the anicuts of the Murugahakanda Reservoir. Prime Minister assures to successfully carry forward local investment promotion. Petrol and diesel prices are reduced by 5 rupees. And on news overseas, Trump cancels meeting with Putin over seized Ukraine ships and sailors. And now for the news in detail. The opening of the anicuts of the Murugahakanda Kaluganga Project Reservoir, the irrigation wonder of the 21st century, took place today under the patronage of President Maithripala Sirisena. The Murugahakanda Kaluganga Reservoir project is the final phase of the irrigation scheme constructed under the accelerated Mahavalley irrigation project and a long-standing dream of the president on behalf of the Rajarata community. The president, after opening the anicuts, undertook an observation tour. The Murugahakanda Kaluganga Reservoir project is the largest multipurpose development scheme launched after 4 decades. It is a landmark event in Sri Lanka's development process. The release of its first waters took place on the 8th of January this year under the auspices of the president. The reservoir reaching the spill level within a short period is the receipt of the nature's blessing for the project. The overall water capacity of the Murugahakanda Reservoir is 460,000 acre-feet. It is equal to 4 times that of the Parakrama Samudra. 82,000 acres of paddy lands are due to be cultivated. It will supply water to around 2,000 small and large tanks covering the north central, northwestern and eastern provinces. It can also release water to 1,600 tanks in the north central province and 303 tanks in the northwestern province. 300,000 acres of paddy lands can be cultivated in these provinces, while 1.5 million families will benefit. It will also meet drinking water needs of around 300,000 families. The Murugahakanda Reservoir will also generate power. 25 megawatts of power will be added to the national grid annually from 3 generators of the power plant. The annual fuel expenditure thus saved is 336 million rupees. The inland fisheries production capacity expected from the reservoir is 3,000 tons, while the expected income is 225 million rupees. The president, who engaged in an observation tour of the Murugahakanda Reservoir, reached the Kaluganga Reservoir precincts and observed its construction. The Kaluganga Reservoir is the other major reservoir that links the Murugahakanda Reservoir. The total water capacity is 248 million cubic meters. The president also commenced the release of water for this reservoir on the 23rd of July this year. Its water level is rapidly increasing while the construction work on the project has been accelerated. The president, who undertook an observation tour of the project precincts, instructed the project officials and the engineers to take action to pass on its benefits as soon as possible to the farmer community. A group including many ministers and parliamentarians joined in this occasion. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa has said that local investment promotion will be reactivated sans any issue. He made this reference during a discussion with local investors. Fruit, drink and biscuit production factory owners met Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa at the Prime Minister's office this morning. They discussed with the Prime Minister the issues related to their fields. Representatives of these factories revealed of plans by the previous government to levy a tax on behalf of sugar used by them for the manufacture of biscuits. The Prime Minister told them that the government had no intention of levying a tax from them. The Prime Minister informed the Finance Secretary to reduce the tax imposed on sugar used for the production of carbonic and fruit drinks. Measures have been taken to reduce the prices of diesel and petrol by 5 rupees with effect from midnight today. This was announced by Minister Gamini Lokuge. He was addressing a special media conference held at the Prime Minister's office. Minister Gamini Lokuge said that the Prime Minister, after assuming office, reduced fuel prices by 10 rupees. Thereafter, he considered that the prices should be reduced despite a price formula when prices in the world market come down and pass on these benefits to the consumers. From midnight, the prices of octane 92 petrol will come down to 135 rupees per litre. Octane 95 has also been reduced by 5 rupees and the new price of a litre will be 159 rupees. Auto diesel, which was 111 rupees, will come down to 106 rupees. Super diesel, which was 136 rupees, will come down to 136 rupees. Vinayagamurthy Muralidharan has said that a false Twitter account has been launched in his name. He has accused that false news was being published through this Twitter account. The Twitter account is being maintained with the purpose of tarnishing his image. Two police officers had been killed in Vavuniya last night. It is a sad situation. In addition, in Parliament today, UNP member Nalin Bandara had dragged my name into this incident. I totally reject this accusation. We left the LTTE in disgust and supported in bringing peace to Sri Lanka. My opinion is that peace should be maintained in the future. There is no proof that I was involved in this incident. As such, I totally reject such accusations. It is the United National Party that is maintaining links with the Tamil National Alliance. At the same time, it is the Tamil National Alliance which has links with the LTTE. It is the TNA that is creating problems in the country, and it is they who accuse me while maintaining links with the LTTE. I did not have any links with the LTTE after peace reigned in this country. Several similar incidents took place in the country after the UNP formed the government. It is those who maintain links with the LTTE that is causing hardships to the people. They are being supported by the TNA. It is this Tamil National Alliance that is supporting the UNP. My stand is that peace and reconciliation should reign in the country, and I am always willing to support this process. Demonstrations continued to be staged, claiming that a general election is the only solution to the crisis that has surfaced between the executive and the legislature. A demonstration was held opposite the Gaul bus stand, demanding the holding of a general election and protesting against the arbitrary conduct of the speaker. It was joined by a large gathering, including people's representatives. A protest was also staged in Balapitiya against the speaker. The demonstrators pointed out that the only solution to the prevailing political crisis is the conduct of an immediate general election. 1 million signatures were secured for a petition opposite the Balapitiya Pradeshya Sabha demanding the conduct of a general election. Political representatives, including chairman of the Balapitiya Pradeshya Sabha, Saman De Silva, and a large gathering joined in this occasion. Another protest was staged in the Kuliapitiya town demanding a general election for the consolidation of the sovereignty of the people. In addition, there was also a program to collect 1 million signatures demanding the holding of a general election. It was joined by many people's representatives, including the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna Kuliapitiya electoral organizer Saman Priya Herat. You're watching Prime TV News, and still on the local scene, Chairman of the Elections Commission, Mahinda Deshapriya, has said that the majority did not mean democracy. He said that necessary arrangements were being made to use the electronic voting system at polling stations in the future. The Elections Commission chief was speaking at a function held at the Galle District Secretariat. He participated in the handing over of prizes to winners of a school art competition organized to mark Voters' Day, which was commemorated on the 1st of June. Mahinda Deshapriya took the initiative of apprising the school children and the people who had gathered for the function on the incidents that took place from the past up to date on the conduct of elections. The Elections Commission chairman said that the artwork of the school children displayed that they had a clear awareness on democracy. Mahinda Deshapriya said that all of them should raise their hands and appear for the franchise and democracy. Everyone in the country can get together only at this point. He said that all days, including the Independence Day, were being divided at commemorations. Elections should be considered as a common function. He pointed out that implementation of the majority opinion did not mean democracy. The petition filed by a Saitam graduate was taken up before the Court of Appeal President Justice Preeti Padman Surasena and Justice Arjuna Obesekara today. The petitioner said that the Court of Appeal had issued an order to the SLMC in January 2017 to register her under the SLMC as a medical graduate who has completed her degree at Saitam. She subsequently filed a petition before the Court of Appeal against the SLMC for rejecting to register her under the SLMC while seeking a verdict which states that this action of SLMC is in contempt of court. 22 members of the SLMC, including its acting chairman, named as the respondents of the petition, appeared before the court for today's hearing. The attorney at law representing the respondents informed the court that his clients intend to file preliminary objections pertaining to the petition. The Court of Appeal ordered to take up the petition for hearing again on the 7th of December. A team of police officers, including the Inspector General of Police, has left for Batticaloa to carry out investigations into the murder of 2 police officers in Vavunathivu. The Office of the Police Media Spokesman said that the team included Senior DIG of the Criminal Investigations Department, the Police Media Spokesman, and several intelligence sleuths. Comprehensive police investigations have been launched into the killing of 2 police constables who were on duty at the Vavunathivu roadblock. The 2 police constables were found dead with gunshot injuries at the police roadblock this morning. Niroshan Indika Prasanna, the police officer who was murdered, was a resident of the Udugama area in Gaul. He was 35 years. The police said that the other officer killed was 28-year-old Ganesh Dinesh, a resident of Kalmune. Inquiries are in progress into the incident under the supervision of the police superintendent in charge of the Batticaloa division and on the orders of the Inspector General of Police. In the meantime, the magisterial inquiry into the death of these 2 police officers was held today. The Batticaloa magistrate and the judicial medical officer examined the scene of the incident. Accordingly, the bodies were taken to the Batticaloa hospital for the conduct of the autopsies. Parliament met today with the participation of the opposition members despite the government group boycotting the Speaker. Parliament met this morning under the patronage of Speaker Karuja Surya. All seats in the government group were empty. The opposition presented a motion to bar the ministers, deputy ministers and the ministerial staff using state funds. After taking a vote, the Speaker announced that the motion was adopted. However, provisions have been made in the budget for the use of state funds for the related institutions until the 31st of December this year. What is being done at present is the spending of these funds. The spending of funds that is being carried out through an act can be halted through another act. But the government party pointed out that what was presented in Parliament today was not another bill but a motion. Ministers pointed out that there is no validity on the motions approved today and yesterday, as a bill can be moved in Parliament only by a minister. Minister Mahinda Samarasinghe has said that the two motions approved in Parliament yesterday and today should not have been included in the agenda of the parliamentary proceedings. He said that the inclusion of these motions violated the Constitution. Minister Mahinda Samarasinghe made these references, expressing views to the independent television network.
There were two motions that were presented by joint grouping of opposition members of parliament yesterday and today, proposing to prevent monies being spent, targeting the Prime Minister and targeting cabinet ministers as well as their private staff, and trying to bring about undue pressure on public servants not to make these payments. I want to, on behalf of the government, very clearly state that the two motions should not have been put on the agenda of yesterday and today's parliamentary proceedings, because it violates the Constitution. Article 152 of the Constitution very clearly states that a money bill can only be brought after cabinet approval and by the finance minister. Someone from the opposition, backbencher, or for that matter even a senior member of parliament, cannot bring a motion to curtail spending unless there is cabinet approval for that kind of a motion to be brought.
The Court of Appeal took up for consideration a writ petition filed seeking a ruling to invalidate the holding of office of the Prime Minister by Mahinda Rajapaksa. Attorneys appearing on behalf of the respondents, including Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa, said that they would be submitting preliminary objections against this petition. President's Counsel Gamini Marapana said that several fundamental rights petitions have been filed in the Supreme Court against the dissolution of Parliament. Accordingly, he said that the appeals court had no authority to take up this petition for consideration until the Supreme Court gives a ruling on those petitions. The President's Counsel further said that the no-confidence motion presented against the Cabinet, including the Prime Minister, is illegal and that the Speaker had illegally summoned Parliament when it had been dissolved. The President's Counsel argued that the vote for the no-confidence has been taken according to the voice and at a time when the standing orders were suspended. Accordingly, the President's Counsel called on the appeals court to dismiss the petition initially without taking it up for hearing. President's Counsel Romesh De Silva said that since this petition is with respect to parliamentary activities, the appeals court had no authority to take it up for consideration. This petition has been filed by United National Party leader Ranil Wickremesinghe and parliamentarians representing political parties including the Tamil National Alliance, the Janata Vimukti Peramuna and the Sri Lanka Muslim Congress. The budget of the Bope Podala Pradesha Sabha has been passed with a majority of 3 votes. A group of United National Party members had arrived at the Pradesha Sabha attired in black. Expressing their protest, they attempted to set the budget report on fire. As a result, a tense situation surfaced. However, the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna succeeded in getting the budget of the Bope Podala Pradesha Sabha approved. For more information, visit www.itnews.lk. Many thanks for joining us. Good night.